was thrown under the bus in a sense of I kept those claims on my desk on purpose, and maybe I was trying to do something with those claims, something outside of my work scope, something illegal maybe. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tabang Mwalusi. You are welcome to call me Tabang or your girl. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, my name is Tabang Mwalusi. I'm known as Tabang_M on all my social media platforms, and please do follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and I think that's it. Yeah. And if you are a returning subby, welcome baby. I hope you've been good. I hope you've been treating yourself well. And yeah, I come in a different look today. Different things, different strokes for different people. I don't know why I'm laughing so much. Oh, and I forgot to do our intro. So if you're new here, our new intro to this channel is what it is, yo. What's up? It's your girl T back up in the club. And if you are not yet part of the club, meaning you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, which I don't really know why, but it's okay, I forgive you. You can take the 5 seconds before I start with this video to just go and click that subscribe button. It's a red button that's written subscribe, and it's free. After you click it, you don't have to pay anything, no monthly subscription fee, nothing. You just click it. And it might sound like just nothing, but it goes a long way on my end, because it shows me that there's people who care about my content, and you guys don't just come and watch. You also care about the growth of this channel. So yeah, today is, I don't know what the day is today, but I know it's the 18th of October. I think it's a Wednesday. I'm not certain, I'm not really sure. And I really hope that my lens is clean. I do not need this distraction here. So sorry about that. You may be wondering why this girl is semi-formal or whatever, what's happening with blazers and all that. But I needed to make sure that I looked the part for this video. You might know by now what this video is about because of the title. But anyway, before I even start with the video, please make sure you are subscribed. Number one, make sure you are subscribed. And you're very much welcome to like the video before you even watch it, because liking it is not about liking the content that's in the video. Yes, it's about that, but also you liking the video helps YouTube to recommend the video to other people. So please do that. And yeah, so as I was saying, now this video is, yes, about my introduction to corporate, my experience, and a very short one actually, and more than anything, my take out of that. But before I even continue saying what I want to say, I would love to make a disclaimer that I live next to a main road, so you might hear car noises, road noise and all that. I really sincerely apologize for that. Honestly, there's nothing that I can do about it. So yeah, I'm gonna try when I'm editing to make sure that the sound is smooth, but if I can't, I'm really sorry. Anyway, so I recently got a job. I'm not gonna be mentioning the company name, unfortunately, because I do not want to be sued, even if it's the truth. But those who know. I recently got employed, and I was employed as an assistant for tax and claims, and my package was 10,000 rands. Well, before deductions, my net was 10,000 rands, and that is per month. and I actually signed my contract on the 8th of August, and today is the 18th. So you can do your own calculations of how long I've been there. It's not even 3 months, I think. So I was excited after a very long time of being unemployed, being at home, doing nothing, being a stay-at-home mom who has no source of income. My only source of income was literally my parents, because my mom gave me money every month, and yeah. So that is not a salary, and it was honestly not even. It's enough to sustain a few things and manage a few things, but it's not enough to like run a household and assist with very essential things. So yeah, you can just do your math thing. So I got the job, got interviewed on the 8th of August. I signed my contract on the 8th of August, agreed to everything. There were red flags in the beginning, but it's my first entry into corporate. So honestly speaking, I just shoved everything off the shoulder, and I was like, okay, you know, God honestly answered my prayers, and I should be grateful. Now, I'll actually talk about how I manifested this job, because it's a different topic to what I'm talking about today. But moving on, so I went through the contract number one. I don't like signing anything that I do not really understand. I want to wrap my head around the information, get at least 24-48 hours to understand every single point that was made in that contract before I sign anything, because signing is you obligating yourself to whatever that is being stated in the contract. So yeah. And then I was advised by my partner to also request any policies that are in act at the company, which I did. But red flag number one, I was never given those. But moving on, so I started on the 14th. I started working on the 14th, but I signed my contract on the 8th. So that is now a week later. I started working on the 14th of August, and first day was good. It was okay. I was very nervous, and but I managed to like maneuver around the responsibilities, my daily responsibilities as a new candidate, and so on and so forth. Considering too that maybe I was nervous because I was given an opportunity into an industry which I have no experience in. I had been employed 3 times before that as an office administrator, retail assistant, and a receptionist, and nothing in my work experience aligned with the current job. So that is another thing that really made me nervous. And yeah, but the first day was perfect, as it should be. It was a very friendly work environment where it's only women, literally only women, and it was friendly. It was very comfortable, like the atmosphere, the way they work with one another and everything. It was so nice. And red flag number two, one of the girls who I'm saying girl because she's my age, but honestly, per respect, I should say one of the ladies. So one lady that I worked with, who I also reported to when I started there, not my initial manager or supervisor, she asked me a few days later, less than a week's time, that how are you finding it here? So they call me with my middle name, Juliet. And she, during lunch, she was like, how are you finding it here? And I disclosed, well, it's very comfortable. Unlike any other workplace that I've been in, I've never worked with women only, and I've never been in an environment which is corporate before, but at the same time, it is very comfortable. Like, nothing is too formal to make one stress or go overboard about anything. So she was like, she literally giggled and said, I only give you a month. I don't think you're gonna have the same perception about the workplace anymore. A month was too long, if you ask me, because in just a week, shit started hitting the fan. And pardon my language, but I think that's the best way of describing it. So a week in, I started experiencing problems, and I'm one person I talk a lot, but not with anyone, not with just anyone. So I read people's energies, how they talk, how they do things, and whatever, just so I know how to not step on that person's toes. And if I step on their toe within a mistake, rather, how would they react to that incident? So I learned everyone and everything, and then I noticed there's a common problem in the office, and then I started asking questions, like asking the people who were friendlier and comfortable towards me, that I'm new here, but I would love to get your advice. I've noticed this and that from this person who needs to be training me, but seems like she's not interested in training me, and every time she comes to my table, she would rather critique me in a negative way, and it's not the type of critique that a new candidate would love to receive from her supervisor or manager. Critique should be something that helps you to better yourself. So if it's anything that diminishes you, or rather makes you feel like you are useless and you are not bringing any type of potential to the office, then it's just adding on to your insecurities if you have them, or your thoughts of why are you even here, because you're not even qualified to be in this position. So you could literally, I think by now you should get the image of how I felt and why that led me to asking questions from the people who were comfortable with me. And only then did I find out that this person was a common problem in the office, and no one has said anything about it or about her. And it seemed like a lot of people had known and seen that she has a more elevated or a more advantageous position when it comes to her relationship with the CEO or the co-founder, whom I'm also not going to name. So the position that she has in the company and the relationship that she has with the co-founder is so beneficial to her that even if one goes forth and reports what she has done or what she hasn't done, nothing will be done with the matter. And sadly, that is what raised eyebrows, and that is another thing that I believe had given birth to the office politics that we, or rather I, experienced in that office. So moving on, a month later, the way she receives me daily, the way she demands that I report to her, the way she conducts work responsibilities between myself and her and other people that I'm working close to, started affecting my work and my concentration at work. And it got to the point where at least once a day I would need to go to the toilet just so I could cry. It was that hectic. So then I realized that I had recovered from daily anxiety attacks and panic attacks, but a month later, after having joined that office, everything came back. Everything just fell onto my shoulders, and it affected every single thing that I needed to do in the office. I failed to concentrate. Number one, I failed in completing what is expected from me on time. Anything that I did was always wrong, and I'm one patient person. If you show me where I went wrong, I will always ask, so how do I rectify this, and how do I prevent it from happening in the future? I don't want to make myself seem or come across as someone who doesn't make mistakes. I actually prefer a person to make mistakes when they are learning or when they're starting with something, so that they can learn from their mistakes. Once you know what is the wrong thing to do, you will eventually get to the point where you know the right thing that you need to do and what to prevent and how to prevent it. So unfortunately, in that office, I was not given any formal training, number one, and in a contract it stated that I would be given formal training. No formal training was provided to me, and I don't want to speak for anyone else, but as per my point of view, no one got formal training. The people who came before me, recently before me, and recently after me. And additional to that, you are blamed for anything that goes wrong. No one takes responsibility or accountability. The people, I do not want to say the co-founders and the CEO are responsible for this. However, it's something that as a co-founder or a founder or a CEO of a company, you need to take a hold of or note of. That why are these mistakes only starting to happen now when we have recently employed new people, and why is it always the same person, and how are they making these mistakes when they are supposed to be trained? Do you get my point? But in essence, nothing like that was done. In fact, when one made a mistake, one being me, you would be scorned in front of your employees, like literally in front of the whole office. You'd be scorned. They would shout at you in front of the entire office, or shout at everyone, but directing the comments to you. And it's obvious we are adults, and it's obvious when someone is talking about you in front of you, even though they are not mentioning your name. So that is how toxic and unhealthy the situation was and the office space was. In addition to that, it was slowly making me become someone that I wasn't. I'm a very accountable person, and I believe in adhering to the mistakes that you make, and you can only make a mistake twice. Anything more than that is not a mistake, and the second time shouldn't be the same as the first time. You must have tried. There should be evidence that you tried to prevent the mistake from happening. But if it's exactly the same, then it's not a mistake. You clearly are either very ignorant, or you are not directable. You are impossible to teach, honestly speaking. But in the 2 months that I have been there, I haven't seen any growth besides interpersonal growth, honestly, which in the end I convinced myself that maybe God was trying to teach me something, and maybe God put me here to groom me for something else. Maybe God said, I will give you what you asked for, but I'm not going to give you everything. Because the prayers that I would pray when I went to the toilet, every time I felt pressured, every time I felt out of space, out of place, I would ask God, like, why did you give me this job? Like, why did you put me here if you knew I was going to suffer? Why would you give me something that I asked for but limit the rewards that come with it? Why would you give me something that I prayed for but make it hurt me? Why couldn't you just save me from it? Why would you give me a job with the same salary that I asked you for? And I said, God, when you give me a job, may it be close to where my partner works so I can commute to work every day. Because like literally, if I say God answered every single thing in my prayer, you'd think that I'm joking. I asked God to give me a job in Johannesburg North, close to where my partner works. He did. He even went beyond and made sure that the job is in the same street as where my boyfriend works. So I didn't even need to get a car for myself, to get transport, get on a taxi or anything. The same street. God answered that. I asked God, please make sure that the salary is nothing below 10,000 rands, because 10,000 rands is nothing. It is nothing, if you ask me. It's money that just helps you to like sustain and manage a few things, but not everything. But that's what I asked for. I said, could the salary per month not be anything less than 10,000 rands? Because I want to help raise my child, like maintain her when it comes to a few things, and also be able to manage and maintain my own life there and there. As much as my parents will still be assisting me when it comes to that. God answered that. He gave me exactly what I asked for, not less, not more. I asked God, could it be a corporate job which is going to give me experience and grow me as a person so that I can use those skills to influence where I'll be going after that job? God did that. God did that. And I'll tell you how He did this third one when it comes to skills, experience, and all that. It's only been 2 months. It's only been 2 months, but I have learned a lot about the corporate world, about professionalism, and about myself. And the one that counts more is what I have learned about me. So, without getting emotional, another incident that happened which made me question this job was when I was blamed for something that I didn't do. And I remember it was a Monday afternoon when we were looking for, well, not myself, but other people in the office were looking for claims. I did mention that I was working with claims and taxes. These people, these ladies rather, just to sound respectful, were looking for claims and they couldn't find them. So I had my earphones on, listening to music, minding my own business, as I would usually do. And then I looked back and I found a group of ladies standing behind me, asking one another where the claims are. And that's what made me take out one earphone and ask, what's wrong? Are you guys looking for something? And one of them who sat next to me, I was very much close to, honestly, I don't know if I can say her name or not, but I call her T. T as in like the letter T. She made me very comfortable. She comforted me when I needed comfort, and she assured me when I needed assurance. So shout out to her, and I pray God blesses her with all her heart's desires. You can never really fully say you know a person, but from what I have experienced with her and through her is that she deserves anything and everything that she asks from God. And I really also hope that she finds a better place to continue adjusting herself and evolving herself when it comes to her skills, her experiences, and all that. In essence, a new job. But going back to what I was talking about, so she answers me and she says, yes, we are looking for claims, these type of claims. They look like this, and one of the numbers on the claims is this number. So then I say, it could be in the claims that I asked on Monday last week, and on Friday the very same week, who is supposed to be taking these claims and processing them, and no one answered. Moving on, I go to my desk. I look for the claims, just as I had offered to do. I find the claims, all of them, and I say, just as I stated, it is probably one of these claims which I asked last week who will be or who is responsible to process these claims, because I do not have the skill or experience to be doing this. I have asked before how to do them, what to do with them, and no one has answered me. Me having helped look for them and finding them, I was left with the, should I call it a responsibility? Or I was thrown on the bus in a sense of I kept those claims on my desk on purpose, and maybe I was trying to do something with those claims, something outside of my work scope, something illegal maybe. But I forgave and I moved on. My side of the story was never asked, and the same thing repeated itself again. Sadly, this time it wasn't with co workers, but it was someone who I reported to. The same thing happened, and she claimed that I was responsible for those claims. And again, something in me just said, keep quiet. I remember one morning after this, I know I'm sure by this time I'm like all over the place, but I don't know how better to relay the story to you, but to just tell the events as they happened. And recently, after those incidents, I remember it was morning time and I had a panic attack. I had to go to work, and my boyfriend was like, you can't allow another person to make you feel like this because you're giving them power over you. And I knew that he was so right, but I could not help but feel like, what am I doing here? Why can't I just resign? But then again, I don't have the power to resign from a workplace that pays me money that I don't really get from anyone without a plan B. So that is a risk that I was not willing to take, because as much as 10,000 rands was nothing, it honestly helped me get through with a few things. And another thing, the only reason why I'm disclosing how much I made is because I'm not there anymore. So if I was still there, I don't think I would have disclosed the package that they were offering me. So then I got a response, because most of the time when I pray about things that hurt me or anything else, honestly, I ask God to give me a sign or make me dream about his response, and I will know what his perception or perspective is about the matter. So in this case, I had just gotten up from bed, out of bed, and there came a voice that played something in my head, and it went, I am making you uncomfortable so that when it's time for you to move, you do not delay the process. Because you are one person, you get stuck in your comfort zone so easily. And I was like, yeah, I'm one person, I fear change. Change makes me cringe. I fear change so much that even growing up stresses me. I still cannot believe that I'm over 20. It was my birthday yesterday. I still cannot believe that I'm the age that I am. It stresses me so much. Any type of change stresses me. So I held on to that statement, and I was like, there's no way that I would think of this if it's not the case. And I kept saying it to myself every single day when I got to the office, that God is making me uncomfortable here so that when he moves me, I don't think twice. I move immediately. I think I'm gonna cry now. Let me try not to, but anyway. Literally in 2 to 3 weeks, I'm now close to being there for 2 months, I get a job offer. When I say I don't know how this happened, because the company that I've been talking about right now, where everything was toxic and whatever, I applied to them during June. No, I'm lying, July, because I checked the date, July. And I got a response in August. I got employed by them in August. And now I get a new job offer where I am given the platform to negotiate my own salary. And not only that, it's at a place where I told God, in the future, I want to buy a house at this place, and I want to live at this place. I have, from a young age, planned my life to always be a full circle moment. Like anything that I ask from God, I want it to be a full circle moment. I'm so sorry. I'm sure I sound different now because I'm very emotional. You'll get to understand why. I'm not really gonna disclose the location. Maybe in the near future I will. But everything has been finalized. I've signed my new contract and all that. But I've always told God that if I don't buy a house at this place, because that's where my father used to live, I want to buy a house in Cape Town. And it's always been like that. I remember even when my relationship with my partner started, like maybe a year later or so, he did state that he would love to buy a house at this place that I'm saying I don't really want to mention. And I was like, I think you are my soulmate, because I also have always told myself that I want to own a house or buy a house at this place or Cape Town. Those are the only two local places that I want to live at. And if it's none of those, then it's only home or out of the country. There's no other exception. And for God to give me a job close to that place where I can negotiate my own salary, where it is in alignment with what I am studying. I remember I made a what's this chart thingy that where you plan, I'm sorry, I need to switch on the TV, where you plan your year, like your goals and whatever. I forgot what it's called. I'm so sorry, but I made that earlier this year. It was February. It was trending. All the YouTubers were making that chart. Is it a goal chart or what? I forgot what it's called. I'll probably put the name down there. And I remember saying, could I please get a job that is in alignment with what I am studying before the end of the year? And it literally came before the end of the year, like 3 months before the end of the year. And I don't know, I remember I ignored the email for like a day or two, and I was like, this is jokes, because I actually got 2 job offers while at this company that I was talking about. One, same place, but it's a different position, and they were offering me the exact same salary that I am getting at this toxic company. Sorry for referring to it like that, but I don't want to disclose the name of the company. And the second one is the one that is in alignment with my studies. So I was like, I'm not going to respond to these ones, because if they clearly state that this is how much we want to pay you, then it's not negotiable, most probably. And I'm not willing to move for this amount of money. It's pretty far. Even if I would say I want to move and go live that side, it would mean I'm just living for transport and rent. So I can't even afford buying an apartment with that salary. So then I never applied. The very same week I get this job offer, and I ignored it the same way I ignored this one, because I was like, same place. I wonder how much they offering me, because they did not disclose the salary. And they noticed that I didn't reply within a day's time, and they called me. I had a literally 42 to 45 minutes call session with that lady. And she asked me, what do you do at your current job? And I told her, well, I'm responsible for this, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, I know this now, I know that now, I've been trained to do this and that. She didn't take 5 minutes to respond to my email after our call, and she said, I would love to employ you as soon as possible. I remember I stood there and I was like, Should I go back to the old me who used to self-sabotage herself and say, this is a big move, I don't want to do it, too scary, it's gonna be too expecting, too demanding actually, no, I don't want to do this. I prayed about it, and after dreaming of myself going to work at a different building and a company that I wasn't familiar with, I knew that was God saying, yes, you can. I didn't even waste the day. I asked, when can we have our interview done? We had it on a Saturday, and it was so casual, it was so comfortable, it was so, and I was so scared. And unlike the interview that I had with the company, that toxic one, I wasn't so scared with that toxic company. I was so scared with this one. I prepared, I read a book online about possible things that you need to know about. If you don't know, I am in forensics, so I read a short PDF about forensics, what to know about forensics and all that, and I was shaking. And like God said, enjoy or invest your feelings, emotions, and time in the pain that you are experiencing right now, because the joy that's going to follow after that is unmeasurable. I'm going to look for that verse and I'm going to put it down here. Literally, that's what happened. The same Saturday, I got the job. We discussed my salary. It was discussed over the weekend with the other bosses, and I was offered a very good package. I don't know how to describe how I feel. All I'm hoping and praying for is that God, may it be another opportunity for growth. May it be better for compared to where I'm coming from. The company that I just resigned from, may it be better than that. May I know my place, and may I find myself there. May my energy, my skills, my personality be accommodated there. May it be a very corporate office where professionalism is adhered to, prioritized, and sustained. There's nothing else that I can say to God. I always tell God that. I always say thank you, even for the bad things that happen to me, because I believe you don't bring those things to my life to hurt me only, but you bring that hurt, or you allow that hurt to happen so I can learn from it. So in me thanking you, I can never really thank you enough for the goodness that comes and that follows me after the pain that I have been through. I feel like I'm going to record and record and record, and I will never end, because once I start preaching, like, I'm a Jesus girl, I'm a God girl, I'm a Bible girl, and I am glad I took that decision earlier this year, because I accepted. I remember one time when this Jesus girl thing started for me. It was around June. I was deep into anxiety, depression. Like, my boyfriend was also worried that maybe I could harm the baby or something, or our daughter. And I remember telling God, I don't care about my life anymore. Could you please use me in a way that benefits you? And in you being benefited, could I please also rip good fruits from doing what you want me to do in this life thing? And I'm tired of driving my own life. Please take the steering wheel. I just want to be the passenger. I say that all the time in my prayer. I'm tired of driving. I just want to be the passenger. Could you please be my driver? Because I trust you with my life, and I know, believe, have faith, and I trust too that you are the perfect driver for my life, because you will never get me hurt on my way to the destination that I need to reach. Even if I get there with a few scratches, along the way you're going to heal those scratches. So never make me lack faith. never make me lack hope, and make me a patient person, because one thing that kills the youth is being impatient. I'd believe that I need to pray for something now and get it tomorrow. Yes, that would happen for me most of the time. A lot of things that I prayed for in the past, they would happen instantly. So I thought that's how life works. I thought that's how prayer works. But you grow up, life changes, you change. Your spirit is no longer so clean or so inclined to God's ways, and things are delayed. And then you start questioning God's love for you. And that is the problem. So I have learned my lesson when it comes to God. This is not my life. I'm just here because I was put here. Maybe I chose to be here, but I'm not living for me. Everything and anything that I do in this world, I'm not going to take with me once I'm dying, or once I'm dead rather. The life that I'm building here is going to benefit a lot of people once I'm dead, but it's not going to benefit me. So my job is to work towards what I must have once I'm gone. But for as long as I'm here, what I'm doing here is not for me. So I asked him, could you please prepare me for my future, which is after death? But for the meantime, use me to fit the criteria of what I need to be or who I need to be as a spirit once I'm dead. And for the living spirit or for the living body, use me to fulfill my purpose that you have for me. And that's when my life changed. Literally, that is when my life changed. I do not regret feeling useless and thinking that I'm not in control of my life, because I don't need to be in control of my life. It's God's job, it's not my job. And that's another thing that this toxic company workplace taught me. It's been 3 weeks since I resigned now, and since I resigned, it's been very uncomfortable. They make sure every split second they make me uncomfortable. To just give you a glimpse of how uncomfortable it is for me, my boss doesn't even talk to me. He doesn't greet me. Neither does my manager greet me. Yeah, it's going down south, but I've made peace with it, because you can't be everyone's cup of tea, and not everyone likes tea. Some people prefer coffee, and I'm not coffee. Some people may prefer spring water, and I could be still water. So peace comes with accepting that you are not money. Not everyone is going to like you. And once you get to that point, life becomes worth living, and you start noticing where you belong and where you don't belong. But yeah, I'll be starting a new journey, you guys, and I want to say I'm very excited, because I'm a little stressed about a few things, which you'll probably find out about as I make vlogs and all that. But God has blessed me, and I'm very thankful. And my friend yesterday sent me a message for my birthday saying she loves seeing like me growing into the woman that I'm growing into, and seeing that last year was a very painful year for me, and this whole year has also been a very painful year for me, with things related to my family, well, both my families and friendships. So she loves witnessing me being in such comfortable spaces, being in such a happy space where some of my prayers are being answered, because it's well deserved after the pain that I've been through, after the tears that I've shed last year and this year. And then I remember replying to her saying, My job now is to make sure that in every room that I get into, the success that I create for myself, it should rub off onto the people who are close to my heart. Not that I'll get everyone jobs and whatever, but could God please bless me, and in Him blessing me, could He also please bless the people who are close to my heart? Because how beautiful would it be for everyone close to me to be able to do anything and everything that they want to do? But I think the only way to do that is if you have God by your side. And the same thing applies to you guys watching this video. We are family, Mos. By now we are family. Me and you, siblings. I really do pray to the Lord Almighty that He hears your heart. Like the words that we say and what's in here, two totally different things. So I really pray that He hears your heart. And more than anything, I really do pray that He answers your prayers. And in Him answering them, could He give you signs or practice to prepare you for what you are praying for? Because if you fear change like me, it's very easy for you to self-sabotage and run away from that good opportunity. Really, it is. I've done it so many times before. I've gotten so many interview opportunities and I wrote them off my shoulder because I was like, it's going to require me to get in a taxi, go so and so. They are expecting me to know this and that. Why did they even invite me knowing very well that I do not have this experience? I'm not going. And I would lose an opportunity just like that because I had no faith in myself. And I wasn't doing this life thing with God. I thought I had it all under control. So learn to do life with God. Learn to let go and let Him be in your life. May your heart be filled with His heart's spirit. May your life be filled with Him. And in addition, may He live in you, with you, and around you all the days of your life. Could God please read your heart? Because that's where the true you lies. That's where you are. That's what the Spirit talks to. The Spirit doesn't really talk to your mind. It communicates with the heart. And from the heart it goes to the mind. From the mind it goes to the tongue. And start speaking life into your life. There's a saying, being the Lulu is the Solulu. I don't even know how to emphasize that. That is so true. Okay? That is so true. Like, no lies detected. That is so true. Because I remember one time I was in an Uber and this guy asked me, I was fetching my daughter and I was late. And I had just came from writing an exam from Wimpy. And my driver asks me, why are you fetching your daughter so late? I'm like, oh, I've been so busy and I just came back from work. I wasn't working. I lied. Those are the type of white lies that I would tell people who didn't really know me of a bar of soap. I came from work, so that's why I'm late. Oh, where do you work? Where did I say I work? Oh no, he didn't ask me where I work. He said, what do you do for a living? And then I said, I'm a forensic investigator. Baby, I was still in my first semester for my final year. Like, I was not even qualified as an investigator. And he was like, oh, that's so interesting. What did you study? And I told him, well, I studied with the University of South Africa as a forensic science and technology, majoring in law. So now I'm trying to maneuver into cybersecurity, and I'm thinking of studying with this institute for cybersecurity. So blah, 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 blah. And if I tell you, I wasn't saying those things just to make myself look like a successful person. No, I was honestly saying that so that someone, maybe somewhere, somehow, someone would have had experience in the field and say, oh, are you happy where you are? Do you need a job? I know someone who does this and they've been looking for someone. I could give you their number, something like that. And that's the only reason why I said I'm a forensic investigator. I'm open to getting a new job because the current one is just an internship. I'm not getting paid so much and I'm not able to even maintain or sustain my family, so that if I bump into someone who knows something about forensics can say, well, I know somebody. Do you want to come and join them? And just look at God. Like, my Delulu became the Solulu. Honestly, my Delulu became the Solulu. But in conclusion, you guys, trust God in everything that you do. Have faith in God more than you have faith in yourself. Because the faith that you have in yourself, you draw it from having faith in God. And He instills that favor of having faith in you. In your mind, in your heart, in your soul. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And also, if you've had a very toxic experience when it comes to corporate, please do comment down below. If you haven't, let's chat about it in the comment section. Tell me what you would have done. Tell me if there's ever been a time when you experienced, be it corporate or not, experienced such incidents where they messed up with your mental health. You would cry every single day when you had to go to work. You had panic attacks like I did. And more than anything, how did you save yourself from literally dying on that job or losing your mind because of that job? How did God save you? How did you save yourself? How did you escape that situation? Or are you still in that situation? Do you need advice about that situation? You could simply maybe find someone under the comment section who's going to say, well, I have some legal advice. I could help you with this and this and that. And you are saved. But until then, guys, I think I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be a vlog. A vlog. And I can't wait for what God has in store for me. I cannot wait. I don't know. I don't even know how to put this. I love God so much. Through the good, through the bad, I love God so much. I love God so much. But yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with a verse, and I hope you enjoy it. It's the verse that I read before I opened up this video. And it is about asking God and being patient and trusting that He will answer you. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching up to this point, and if you did, please do like the video, because you liking the video manipulates YouTube to recommend this video to more people to come and watch. And if you've already liked the video, please do subscribe to the channel. You just need to click the red subscribe button that's underneath this video, or that is on my not thumbnail, sorry, on my banner when you open my channel page. Please click that button. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. No subscription fee, no nothing. Zero. You just click it, and every time I post, you're gonna get updates when you click the bell next to the subscribe button as well. But if you do not want any notification, because some people don't really like those ding ding dings every time someone posts a new video, you are welcome to not click the button of the bell, but still, please do click the subscribe button. And don't forget to comment. And until the next video, your girl in the club is out. I love you guys so much. I love you guys through moon and back, forever and always, until death does us apart, even furthermore beyond, to the Milky Way galaxy and beyond.